Hello, my friends. This is Jamie Z from BornPowerful.com, and today I would like to introduce you to a website called DrivingFear.com, the original Driving Fear program by Rich Presta. This website brings back a lot of bad memories for me in a way, because I used to be a really anxious, nervous driver. I really had a problem learning how to drive. I postponed learning how to drive for years, well into my 20s, and I missed out on a lot of opportunities. Looking for jobs and working outside of in the suburbs, and going out with friends and all sorts of things I didn't do simply because I was afraid to learn how to drive. I feared that I was going to have a car accident and it was going to be a complete disaster. I even thought I was going to kill myself driving. It was just a terrible feeling, and I was so nervous learning how to drive that I had to go through several driving schools in order to find the right one, a guy who was patient enough to teach me, and it cost me so much time and so much aggravation. I failed my driving test a couple of times. It's just a horrible situation, and people, if you have driving anxiety or fear, you may have experienced this yourself, or even worse. Maybe it would have been having even more severe symptoms than I had. So what would overcoming your fear of driving mean to you? It means not having the ongoing stress and health problems caused by the constant anxiety while driving. It means having the ability to accept that promotion or career change that you've been avoiding without having to worry senselessly about driving. It means ending the excuses that you've been making why you cannot drive and not having to have the secrets or feeling embarrassed. It means being the role model of strength and courage to your children, so they can also have a life free from these types of fears. Because as you know, a lot of parents pass on their fears to their children, and I'm sure you don't want to do that if you have children. It means having the chance to see family and friends more often without ruining the experience with anxiety, nerves, and panic attacks. If you're an anxious driver or experience extreme anxiety and fear while driving, you probably are experiencing some of these common symptoms that you have. Don't mean to, upset you or anything, but let's just go through them. You might have a racing heart, dizziness, lightheadedness, a feeling of unreality or depersonalization. You have the fear of losing control, scary, irrational thoughts, upset stomach, tightness in chest or throat, fear of being unable to breathe, numbness or tingling. So Rich Presta has created a step-by-step program for driving anxiety that works really well. It's used by professional psychologists around the world. This is not New Age nonsense, hypnosis, affirmations, or anything like that. It's something that can be used or has been used in clinical settings, and is trusted by psychologists because it's specialized, trusted, and effective at treating your driving anxiety. It's helped literally thousands of people who struggle with fear of driving to overcome their fears and change their lives pretty much forever, because the changes are permanent. Rich Presta also suffered from fear of driving and anxiety and fear of getting behind the wheel himself. I'll just read you a paragraph of his story. He says, I used to be just like you. I used to sweat and pray the red light would change because I felt so trapped and thought I would lose control. I took back roads to where I was going because I was terrified of driving on the highways or over bridges. I used to pass up on vacations and fun with my family and friends because of my fear. I suffer in comfort by never leaving the security of my safe zone. I made up excuses, suffered embarrassment, and felt humiliated because of my fear of driving. It was horrible to have my life invaded by fear, and over the years I wasted being anxious I'd never have back. But not no more. Driving is different now, a lot different. Looking back, it doesn't seem possible that person used to be me. Life now seems to be much more easier, and I feel much better about myself, more confident and proud instead of ashamed and limited. I take road trips and book speaking engagements all over the country. I visit friends and go on weekend getaways with my family. I've learned to enjoy driving again and actually look forward to the peace and quiet of the road. So what's causing your driving fear anxiety? According to Rich, your brain is making a big mistake. This is the premise of his program, and how his whole system is developed around this theory, and he's developed a system how to train your brain, how to recognize that this is a mistake and why you're thinking this way. Whenever you drive or try to learn how to drive, you have scary thoughts that frighten you, and your mind goes on red alert to protect you from the perceived threat. This is a fight or flight response that's part of our genetic makeup, and it has been for thousands of years. It's a response that takes your body to make a massive action to protect itself from harm, and it happens automatically without thought. It's an instinct. It's a very primitive instinct, giving you no opportunity to evaluate whether it's a real threat or not. It just happens. So basically, you have to train yourself how to teach your brain to respond differently, so that when you drive, it doesn't get tricked into the flight or fight response. Your mind has learned how to associate driving and anxiety with danger, which is not accurate, but yet you don't know the difference to teach yourself the truth. And your fear of driving is what's called a conditioned response. Every time you drive or even think about driving, you remember what happened in the past and how you responded. It's easy for you to remember visually because it left a strong emotional imprint in your mind. So your mind wrongly associates that anxiety and fear with driving, so it assumes that driving must be dangerous and a threat, and it activates the flight or fight response. And this learning is done by the formation of neural pathways in the brain. So every time you drive in the future and you experience more anxiety and fear, you strengthen your mind's false belief and create more neural pathways, which strengthens your fear response, which means that your panic anxiety gets worse and happens a quicker response. So you're actually conditioning yourself to be afraid, just like how you learn how to ride a bicycle, and the first few times it was awkward, but your body got used to it, and then it became automatic, and you did learn how to ride a bike without thinking. This is what happened in reverse. Learning how to drive fearfully is you taught your brain how to fear driving and have negative thoughts and everything like that. So that's why it happens on a very deep and primitive level, and which is why most programs and therapies fail. They attempt to correct an emotional problem on a logical level, which does not work. So the driving fear program is a step-by-step program how to end your anxiety and panic attacks fast, so you can get back on the road without excessive anxiety. As you go through specific stages for decreasing the stress, negative thought patterns, and anxiety and your fears, that you'll never have to worry about your fears again, and by the end of the program you'll completely eliminate all these irrational fears and anxieties. So there's several components to the program. The first part, and I'll just go through each section, the complete driving fear program manual is a 100-page step-by-step system for conquering your fear of driving. The driving fear audio edition is a audio version, which will also, again, step-by-step through the program, which you can listen to in your car, at home, or on your iPod. The Driving Fear 2.0 video series is a series of 19 videos that you can use it to watch on your computer and just go through the program that way. The SAFE series is called a Subliminal Auditory Fear Elimination Program, and it dramatically increases the speed at which you learn how to treat your driving anxiety and road worry fears. It also comes with the Fast Lane audio session, which is designed to provide specific and powerful help for the most commonly feared situations while driving, such as driving alone on the highways, on bridges, in traffic, and so on. You also get these 3 free bonuses. The Anxiety Helix is a report that cuts through the clutter and teaches you the truth about anxiety and panic attacks while driving. So you learn more about why your fear has become the way it is. The Complete Overdrive System is used by clients to conquer your driving anxiety rapidly. Let's go through this again. The system utilizes advanced strategies for overcoming fear and replacing with unstoppable confidence and a feeling of calm on and off the road. It's a free bonus that comes with the system. And the final bonus is the Driving Fear audio series. 6 experts, Eva Gregory, Ken Fields, Chantel Lynch, Karen Fields, Gary Ames, and Neil Seidman all talk about how they've helped their clients overcome driving fears. So this whole complete program, it comes to you. You can download it through the website, and the cost is, well, there's 2 different programs here. You can get the complete version for $87 US, and it comes with all these components, and it's downloadable to your computer, and you'll get the videos, audios, and books. Or you can get a cheaper version for $67 US. This one has the Driving Fear manual, the Driving Fear interviews audio course, the Anxiety Helix report, and the Complete Overdrive system. You can also purchase everything that I mentioned, the complete system on CD and print. It'll be delivered to your home, and it costs $119 US. So one thing I look for on a website like this is testimonials, and there's quite a few. There's a story of Stephen, how he went from avoiding the highway to driving over 2,000 miles, and you can watch the video here. The story of Jeff and how he started feeling better right away after taking this program. Daniel found results after 2 days. He's doing much better than he ever did. And then more testimonials down here. One by Amanda Wolf in Houston. She's recommended to her friends. Teresa in the UK says it honestly has changed her life. And wow, she was even a driving instructor, and she got anxious driving around teaching students, and this system helped her. So overall, it's a great website, very well designed, great copy, very high quality. There's testimonials, has many parts to it. Comes with a 60-day money back guarantee, and you can even try out email seminar. Just get a sense of what's going on in how the program works by getting some of the emails sent to you, and they'll send you some free reports. That you get that by just going to the website. So overall, I wish that I had access to this website when I was growing up and I needed to learn how to drive. It seemed like a fantastic resource. If you're suffering from driving fear, anxiety, and fears, and you have a really tough time learning how to drive, and you've maybe had a car accident, or you just feel extremely anxious learning how to drive or driving in general, this seemed like a great investment. $67, $87 is nothing if it will solve your problem. And like I said, you have a trial period. You try it out, and if you can return it, and that's great. So I would say thumbs up. Website, loved, and I bought it myself when I was learning how to drive. But fortunately, I figured out how to overcome my fears through desensitization and just learn how to take doing the driving course myself. So I don't need it at this time, but if you are suffering, I would recommend it to you. So this is Jamie Z from bornpowerful.com, and if you're on my YouTube website, on my YouTube channel, please subscribe. If you're on my YouTube website, bornpowerful.com, I'd love for you to keep in touch with me, and just give me your email address, and I'll continue to send new videos and new posts about this product and similar other products, and that's great. So thank you for watching.